Hello guys, Fred here from Pro Tennis Trader. Hope you're well. So in this video, I'm going to go through one of the most important stats in your pre-match analysis, of course, for choosing the best matches to trade. So I'm going to pick out this match of Fokina versus Mensik. So this is going on at the Toronto ATP on the 1st of August. Now both players are evenly matched. Of course, there's loads of elements to your pre-match research. That said, we're going to focus on the breakpoints conversion versus breakpoints saved. So why is this? Basically, it tells you how mentally strong and resilient a player is under pressure. Of course, players with a high breakpoint conversion rate can capitalize on chances, while of course a high breakpoint saved shows a lot of resilience, so they can hold despite trouble. So, for a starting point, it's good to have an overview of, this is atptour.com by the way, just a real overview of their career stats and of course all services. Just get a vague idea, just look for any sort of anomalies here. So Mensik, 64% breakpoint saved, 39% breakpoint saved, but this is their career over all surfaces. So you want to narrow this down, first of all, to 2025. Of course, that's what we're in, and on hard courts. So you want to do this for both players. Let's do this with Fokina as well. So 2025, hard court surfaces, and then you get a much more tailored idea and, just a much better insight into what's going on and how they've been performing this year. So, first off, Mensik, 65% breakpoints saved versus breakpoints converted, 37. Compare this to Fokina, breakpoints converted, higher number, 44%. Breakpoints saved, slightly less at 61%. Of course, Mensik was at 65. However, it's not quite as straightforward as this. Obviously, you want to see a high percentage of breakpoints saved. We focus on that first of all. However, what you want to really focus on is putting this into the context of how many actual breakpoints they faced. So this year, Mensik has faced 110 breakpoints over total service games 271. Now, at a glance, you can see that that's just below sort of 50%, what's about 45%. We'll do a calculation in just a moment. And Fokina is 201 versus service games played 339. So straight away you can see that that ratio is a bit off. Fokina has faced more break points. A simple calculation, depending on how good at maths you are, you can just see as a glance that Fokina has faced more. Excuse me. So we just do 201, which is the breakpoints faced, divided by total service games of 339 equals, so 59. So essentially what that equates to is that in 59% of the total service games played, he faces a break point. Let's compare that to Mensik. So that is, he's faced 110 divided by 271 equals just 40. So there's quite a big difference there. So that is what you want to be looking at, in addition to the actual percentage that have been saved. Essentially, if a player keeps facing break points, you don't really want to be trading them or backing them. If your strategy, like mine, a lot of the time, is backing the first set loser in the second set. You want a player who has as fewer break points as possible, but combined with a high percentage of break points saved. So that's 40%. In 40% of his games, he has a break point to save, but he does save 65%. Fokina, almost 60%. And he's only saving, a bit less. It's still quite good, 61%. but essentially he's having far too many breakpoints that he actually has to save. So of course then when we're looking at the breakpoint opportunities versus breakpoints converted, we almost want to be looking at the opposite here. You know, we want to see a higher percentage of breakpoint opportunities, of course combined with a higher percentage of breakpoints converted. So 140 breakpoint opportunities, and he's converted 37% of these. But of course, we need to see this in the context of return games played, so 268. So again, we just do that calculation. 140 breakpoint opportunities divided by 268 gives you 52. So in 52% of his return games that he plays, he gets a breakpoint opportunity. Okay, so that's 52%. For Kina, we can do the same. So 207 breakpoint opportunities divided by 343 return games played. So 60%. So 60% of his return games that he plays, he has a breakpoint opportunity, combined with this higher percentage of actually converting 44% of these. Compared to Mensic, 37%. So it gives you a much better idea and some context of these stats. So essentially, you know, you want to see more breakpoint opportunities in relation to the return games played. With breakpoints saved, you want to be seeing less breakpoints faced, combined with a higher percentage of breakpoints saved. So that is a really important element to your pre-match analysis. It's all well and good at looking at the percentages, but again, just to reiterate, if you get a player who keeps getting breakpoints, even if they've got high percentage of breakpoints saved, if the percentage or the ratio of breakpoints faced is very high, obviously on their service games, that is an alarm bell to be aware of. Now, if you would like to begin your journey into tennis trading, you can of course do at protennistrader.teachable.com, where I offer the full package to get you up and running as a professional tennis trader. You can start off with my free video course, a free introduction into tennis trading. If you would like to join the complete one, that provides absolutely everything you need and also includes a month of platinum traders. I am also a Forex trader and I offer the one Forex strategy on my website. And of course, please do follow me on YouTube, Pro Tennis Trader, where you can find loads of trading videos, in-play analysis, trading psychology, and a lot more. Until the next time, good luck with your trading, and I'll speak to you soon.